G'day everyone. How you going? Yeah, nah, not much. So it's been a minute. Actually, no, I'll be honest. It's been more than a minute. It's been 3 months since I actually put out my last podcast on here. The old not much solo project that I started. So that's not all bad. I've just been busy. It's been not that not much was a priority. It just wasn't. No, honestly, it wasn't. This is something that I did as a hobby, just something to do. But then Nick and I from What Do You Reckon, have been absolutely sending it on the podcast. We just wrapped up episode 16. That was our final one for the year, our season finale. And I thought when I woke up today, I was like, I might jump on the old solo project, just smash out another one. My idea for this was always just to do 10, and then we'll take it from there. So with this podcast, if you're watching the video, you'll notice a little bit of a different setup. I've got the headphones and the microphone that's attached to the headset. I look like a commentator, but I've got this device in front of me that What Do You Reckon purchased. It's called a Rodecaster, and it's like a mixing desk sort of thing. It's just a plug-in, easy to record, makes things a lot easier. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to Nick's not here, but I'm still allowed to use it. He said I can, so thanks, Nick. So we're here. We're here at episode 4 for Not Much. And to kick things off today, I just wanted to tell a bit of a story. So what reminded me of this story is that the good old Facebook memories came up, and 3 years ago today, I had a bit of a mishap. I was stranded. And this is a Christmas party story. It is a survival story, and it has some guests that we all know and love as well. So some characters in this story. So a quick mention to who this podcast is starring in it is we have Ryan Goodall. He's a main character. Ryan Goodall from Hiit Australia. We have Alex Reichelt, how would I say, one of the kindest, best blokes we all know. Takes to Vegas drummer, drums in a few other bands, or did, and but he's just a bloody good bloke. So Alex Reichelt is also one of the main guests starring in this show today, and also we have some co-stars, which would be Tennille Hennessy, who else? I guess Kurt, Cara, Josiah, Sam Duncan. Oh, it's all Hit crew. Like the ones that are involved in Hit, because this is a Hit Christmas party. This is how it went down, and this is how I know the importance of a few things. The importance of having a charged phone, having your phone on you, or a communication device of some way. Could be a watch. Also, I guess, making sure you got enough money in your pocket, if you have that as well, like to get yourself out of a shit stranded situation. Also, what else? Just to appreciate your friends. So have good friends that you know would stick by you when you need them. So to kick things off, we are 2017, 3 years ago today, Hit Christmas party down at Kingscliff. This is a wild story. It's eventful, it's stressful, panicking. How I deal with in these situations, because I can't remember the last time I was in this situation before this, but here we go. So back in the day, like, clearly they're not doing it this year, but the gyms, the hits, because they're not as many facilities as I guess there will be soon, but back then it was 3 facilities, and that was Hit Geebung, Hit Capalaba, and there was also Hit Burleigh at the time. So these 3 gyms together with all their members, so like hundreds of members, all got together and they all went down to Kingscliff for the Christmas party. So what Sam did, Sam who owns Capalaba, he's a DJ as well, DJ Semi D. Do I have anything that is like... That'll do. This thing that we've got for What Do You Reckon, it's like got all these soundboards on it, and I'd like to press things. So if any of you like Seinfeld, guess what? So we're gonna update that pretty soon. Anyway, so Sam has his decks, his PA system he hired at the time. We go down to the beach. It's probably not legal to do this, but we set up basically a festival with hundreds of people there drinking alcohol on Kingscliff. That was a thing at the time. And we went down, and also what reminded me of this at the moment is we're getting into summer, Christmas time, Christmas parties, shit weather as well. So like we've had lots of rain recently, which has been fantastic. The old yeah, we needed it. But this is also, I guess, what plays its part in this episode. With getting down there and having it all set up on the beach, a few of us thought we'd go get alcohol when we got down there. So where we set up on the beach, the closest place to getting alcohol was 1.5 k's away. We looked it up on our phone at the time. At the time, we had phones then. So we thought, this was Alex, Ryan, and I. We were going to do the big trip to, I guess, BWS. And we would get the girls' drinks. The girls needed some drinks as well, some fizzy stuff, whatever. And anyway, we started our quest to the BWS. Now, when I said that there was hundreds of people here, you got a picture. We have left a party on the beach with hundreds of people. There's 4 buses that took everyone down to this party, 4 party buses, and this is what we are leaving. So we're all set up, ready to go. We get set on this job to walk 1.5 k's to go get the alcohol that we needed, and then we clearly had to walk 1.5 back. When we got there, that was all good. We Alex, Ryan, and I, we go into the shop, get the alcohol, we go outside, and thankfully, we're just thinking, how good's this? There's a bus from the party up at the BWS. We didn't know he was going there, but he was parked up there, and it was open. So we're just like, oh, fire it, let's just get on the bus and we'll get just catch the bus back to the party, because clearly he's going to go back there, so we'll wait there. So we're thinking we're geniuses. We also noticed on the radar that there was a huge storm coming. So it's like, you're kidding me. There's all this PA system and party tables and all this set up down at the beach that is so far away. We're not going to make it back in time. So we'll stay on the bus and we'll just catch a bus back and then help them pack up if we're packing up when we get back there. Anyway, we wait on this bus for about, I think 10, 15 minutes. And we're just like, God, this guy's having a big smoker, whoever he is in there. But we ended up deciding we'd be funny buggers and we'd send a photo to the girls to say, have fun in that storm, because we noticed the storm was coming. So we've sent this photo to them, just on the bus, laughing, being funny. And yeah, I get a message back from Tennille saying, you guys need to hurry up and come back. We need help packing up because the storm's coming. So then anyway, I was like, oh, this guy's not coming. We better as well run back. So anyway, we thought, well, let's go on the beach to walk back. It might be quicker than walking on the street for some reason because we can see him packing up. Anyway, we get down to the beach and you can see down, the beachfront where they are, which is like just over 1 kilometre away. And we see them all packing up. We just see basically just this hustle of just panic packing up. I'm thinking, oh, we got all this shit. We're carrying all these drinks back to this chaos. And I notice halfway along that I've lost my phone. Idiot. So I've decided, shit, well, they need help back there. I must have left my phone on the bus, or I've left it along the ground on the way. So I'm an idiot, but I thought, okay, here guys, have the drinks, but I'll walk back to the bus and make sure, because it'll be on there. So I start backtracking and I can't see my phone on the beach. Anyway, but by this stage, I'm by myself. So this is the start of me being by myself on this trip. So anyway, I got no phone. At the time, I had no shoes. I only had board shorts on. I had no shirt on because we're down at the beach. And this is all I got. I got a wallet, but I only, from what I remember, I didn't have much money on me. So this is another panic situation. I had my credit card on me. So that was I always have like that just to get me out of the shit. So anyway, I've gone back and I'm like, oh, it's not on the beach, so it has to be on the bus. I get back to where the bus was parked and the bus is gone. So I'm thinking, shit, the bus is left. It's gone back to the beach. All right. So I don't really panic yet, but what I do is I think on my toes because I don't have shoes on. So I'm thinking on my toes. So what I do is I wait for a taxi, and finally a taxi shows up. I think I had $20 cash on me. So I've used that, and it cost me, I think, honestly, like $19 to get back to, no, it cost me $18. I had two $1 coins at the end of it. All right, so it cost me $18 to get from this place back to the party. Anyway, I'm playing it cool. I get in the taxi and the guy's like, the old general chit chat, like, oh, yeah, much on today, mate? And I'm just like, oh, yeah, just a bit of a party down at the beaches. Like heaps of us down there. There's like hundreds of us down there. And he's like, oh, yeah, sounds like fun. Anyway, I'm playing it cool. Anyway, so we finally rock back up. He goes down, I guess, the back streets, a bit of a rat run to get back to the party. He thinks it's going to be quicker if we do this rat run, but I'm thinking you should probably go along the beachfront because that's the way we came to the shops. Anyway, I trust the cab driver. He's doing his thing. He's going to get me back there quicker, which clearly in this space at the moment, I think that's the best way to go. Anyway, so we're going down the back streets. We're doing this rat run. I finally rock up back at the beach, but I notice no one's there. 4 buses are gone. I'm just thinking, shit, maybe they're down further or maybe they're up that way. But we couldn't see buses. Like, we could see along this road and we could just not see any buses anywhere. Anyway, this cab driver's like, you sure it's here, mate? And I'm just thinking like, yeah, no, I don't know where they're gone. So I'm like, no, it's all good. I'll still have to get out here. Anyway, he's thinking I'm just some dickhead by this stage, idiot that I've got no mates. But like I do, but he thinks I don't because I've told him that there's hundreds of people here. There's 4 buses and they've all gone. Anyway, I think inside he's laughing at me as well because he's just like, you're in a situation, mate. Anyway, so I get out. I walk down to the beach. No one there. Literally, there was hundreds of people here a couple minutes ago, or probably about half an hour ago at this stage. Hundreds of people down the beach. They have gone. There is no PA system. There's no party. There's no tables. There's no marquees or any of that. Everyone's gone. There's no buses. Shit. What do I do? So anyway, I've got no phone because clearly I thought it was on the bus and the bus has gone back to the party and picked everyone up and gone. So I've got no phone. I've got no shoes, no shirt. And at this stage, all I've got left in cash is $2. So I'm like, all right, well, I've got to think on my toes. I need to find a payphone. So anyway, I walk along the beachfront thinking, shit, where's a payphone? Are there any payphones at this stage anymore? I finally find one probably about after another kilometre of walking. And then luckily, I know Tennille's phone number off by heart. Not many people say that they know their partner's phone numbers off by heart, but I do. So one thing about Tennille is that, and I guess a lot of us don't do it, but Tennille doesn't answer to no numbers. So when you ring off a payphone, it comes up as no number. I've done this. So I've rang Tennille with my first dollar. Anyway, she's clearly seen no number. Nah, hang up. So I'm like, shit, I've only got $1 left. I'll put it in. I was thinking I was going to get 50 cents change because it's 50 cents to make a phone call. Nah, it's not. Anyway, use $1. Guess what? That's gone. Put in my other dollar, ring it again. Nah, she sees again. I'm not picking up to this no number because they're trying to sell me something. Like, yeah, I'm trying to sell my life back to you. Anyway, so I ring again. Doesn't do anything. I'm out of cash at this point now. So I've got my credit card on me. Because I'm going to have to go back into plan B. Well, I don't know what plan B was, but there's another plan. I'll just have to think on my toes again. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm going to have to walk another 1.5 Ks back to this taxi rank again and say, from Kingscliff, can you take me back to Brisbane? Because I don't know where they are. You got to think, I was at this party. I don't know where they've gone. They've clearly, I don't know. I've got no idea. So anyway, I'm freaking panicking at this stage because I've got nothing on me really. And it's going to cost me like $1,000 just to get a cab from Kingscliff to Brisbane. Anyway, I'm walking back and then just out of nowhere, just honestly, I will never forget this day for the rest of my life. But in the distance, from seeing no one, being helpless, being stranded, I just see this glow. And this glow is Alex's hair. So I'm so stoked that I just see Alex in the distance. With him is Ryan. Honestly, them two looked like angels to me. They look like angels. I'm so excited. I run towards them. I'm just like so happy. Anyway, I finally see him. I'm like, you guys stayed? He's like, yeah, we had to. I was like, far out, you guys are the best. How good. Anyway, I rock up. We're together. I'm like, well, what do we do? He's like, oh, well, they've all gone to Burley's gym. That's where they're having the rest of the party. I'm like, okay, so now we know where to go. And that is Burley. That's where everyone is. But at this stage, there's a few things that are going on. Why didn't they stop? Why didn't they just wait around for me if they knew I was coming back? So I'm kind of getting a little bit pissed off at the same time. Just like, why did Tennille not say, nah, don't go anywhere? Because if I was in Tennille, like, I'm thinking to myself, if Tennille was left here by herself, I would not go. I'd stay and I'd look for her. That's just me. Like, and I'm sure at this stage, I'm thinking this is Tennille. So I'm like, kind of doubting Tennille a bit here, just thinking, well, do you love me? Because I would have stayed for you. Anyway, this makes sense in the end, don't worry. So what has happened is I've gone back this rat run with the taxi to get back to where we are. So that's why I didn't see the buses taking off, because we've gone through this rat run. Good mates, Ryan and Alex, they've gotten on a bus and they have gone up the strip, heading back towards the Bottle and pulling up at every entrance to the beach, jumping off the bus like every few meters, hundreds of meters, run out, check the beach, can't see me, get back on the bus, go up further. Do the same thing probably about 5 times. Anyway, you've got like a bus of 100 drunk people on there getting pissed off because they're all waiting for me. Like, where is this dickhead? Like, who is he even? So anyway, luckily, Ryan's and Alex are my best mates and they do that for me. So I will never forget this. But what we do is, I get told the story. I'm frothing up that I've got good mates. And also, I'm thinking, okay, well, let's call him now. So Alex, he doesn't have anything on him either because he had all his stuff in his bag. So that was all good. But Ryan, he, from what I remember, I think he had his wallet on him, but he also had a phone on him. So, okay, finally, we don't have to ring off a payphone. You can use your phone. Anyway, Ryan goes to make a phone call to ring Kat to say that we're coming. They've found me. All good. Goes to ring the number. Soon as it rings, phone goes dead. Shit. So we've got no phones. None of us have shirts on or shoes. We're stranded down at Kingscliff. What do we do now? So here we go. We're thinking on our toes again. So we go all the way back to the Woolies again, where the BWS is. We go in, we buy a phone charger, and then we sit down and charge our phone in the middle of like the shopping center where they plug in the vacuum up at the end of the night. So that we're just sitting around this PowerPoint trying to charge our one phone that we have. We do this. Finally, after I think honestly probably about 2 hours of just mucking around, we finally get the phone charged. We ring Joe. Joe says, "Yes, sweet. Well, come to Burleigh. That's where we are." Okay, all right. So eventually, we only have to get a cab ride from Kingscliff to Burleigh, which wasn't too bad. It was probably like, I don't know, a bit over $100, maybe more. I don't know. I can't remember. But we get there. Now, I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to just get stuck into Tennille. Because I'm like, why the hell did you not wait for me? But at the same time, turns out Tennille was pissed off at me as well for doing whatever. So anyway, Tennille comes up to me, just be like, where the were you? And I'm just like, I tried to call you from a payphone and you hung up both times. So we're both in this weird position now of like arguing in front of everyone, but we're not really. We're kind of like concerned. But anyway, I tried to ring you to say, stop the bus. And you didn't pick up. She's like, yeah, because I don't pick up to payphone, to no callers. I'm like, yeah, well, this is what life and death for me. Anyway, so what had happened was Tennille was told that I was on the other bus because of the photo that I sent. Idiot. So they've all gotten in their mind that Tennille has gotten on the bus thinking I was on the other bus because that's where my phone was, because Ryan and Alex went back to the beach to say Liam left his phone on the bus that we were on. So Tennille's gotten on another bus, assuming that I was on this bus, and then we've rocked back up this party. Anyway, chaos. It's all happened. We're all good. We're all alive. And the moral of the story is that basically always have some sort of charged device on you now so you can communicate with someone. It's no point in knowing your partner's phone number because they don't answer anyway. But yeah, just, yeah, it's something that I don't really want to experience again. I think I was just a bit of an idiot at the time, but I made it back alive and well. So we had the party. I told a few people the story. They all laughed. Anyway, by the end of it, we're all drunk and that's all good. But yeah, so I thought I'd share that with you today, that if you ever get stranded, panic. That's all I can say. It's just panic. No, I don't know. But thank you for Alex and Ryan. You guys saved my life. I'll never forget it. When I saw you guys, that image is just printed in my head. I love it. So thanks guys for listening. That was just a quick story that I wanted to tell. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And then I'm going to hopefully punch out a couple more stories for the end of the year. Other than that, have a good one. Have a Merry Christmas. And yeah, I think I'm just going to wrap it up there. So yeah, thanks guys. Chat soon. Stay safe. Have a device on you that you can call someone if you are stranded. And be good to your friends, because if you are stranded, they will look for you. Chat to you soon.